This the tool that we'll be using for this video, ChatGPT. What is this? If you're familiar with OpenAI, so they've just launched ChatGPT, and I tell you guys, this will change how the game works in the next coming months or years. The way this works is, the classic AI tool wherein it allows you to make content or, create an article and so on. This does that, but it's more focused on a conversational kind of thing, and it goes more in depth. You can ask them answer or questions, and they will be answering it to you, just like, it's like having another person answering you, but an expert at that. Okay. And you can even go as further as, ask them complex questions. You can ask them to debug codes if you're having issues, troubles with your codes. You can ask them to explain something, and you can ask them to create this and that. So this tool is so powerful that you're capable of doing that. Now, before we get started, this website right now, this tool is so busy at the moment. I guess the traffic is in the millions, so we might encounter some errors when we try this tool, but we'll see. Okay, so first way, how do we make money using this? So first is we can create a service like this one. If you go to fiverr.com, by the way, there's so many freelancing websites that we can use. I'm using fiverr.com at the moment just so we can immediately see, or we can immediately view the potential earnings that we can make. Okay, so product description, we can make a gig similar to this. Okay, we can offer a service that will allow us to write a product description for a client's products or services. Okay, so you can charge an average at the start $20 per product description and so on. So how we do that is, for example, this, we go to ChatGPT, like, write me a 30-word product description about my newly launched, let's say, body lotion. Okay, you click enter, ChatGPT will do the thing for you. Okay, you can just edit it, you can customize it, you can also have to fact check it at the same time. Depends to your preference. If you're not, if you don't like the initial output, you can just click try and try again. However, um please be aware that again, there's so many users using this tool at the moment, so you might encounter some errors, especially during peak hours. Okay, so let's see. Introducing our new body lotion made with all natural ingredients and scented with a refreshing blend of lavender and vanilla. So you can just customize this one. Formulated to deeply moisturize and nourish your skin, leaving it feeling soft and silky smooth. Try it today and experience the ultimate in hydration. This is just wonderful, it eliminates a lot of hassles. It saves you a lot of time and resources just to create a compelling content such as this one. All right, so that's the first one. So next one is we can actually offer a service for listing description. So if you're familiar with Airbnb, this real estate websites, Amazon websites, you can make, just like the product listing, you can make a listing description. So for example, by the way, this pays a lot, so you can $25 at start, can even charge $65, $70, especially if it's a real estate kind of listing. You can charge a lot. So for example, write me a 30-word listing description for my 4-bedroom house for rent. Say this one. Okay, so this is the error that we're getting. So too many requests in 1 hour, try again later. So it actually does that because depends on the user. There's just so many requests ongoing at the moment, but because right now it was just recently launched and the product is still free, I would pretty much assume that this can have a pay subscription or whatever that is, okay, in the near future, because of this functionality. It's just too good. So but you get the gist of it. You can make a gig regarding listing description, and then what you have to do is you go to ChatGPT, type the listing description that your client needs. So you just have to customize. Let's say, write me a 50-word listing description for my, and then you put the specifics of the client description. You can even go as far as to make specifics on what your request is here, and then ChatGPT will be However, during trial and error, I've seen that if you'll be asking, let's say, you will be asking for a longer content, it actually cuts off. So at most, I've tried about 300 words limit, okay, before it starts to get an error. Okay, so that's the next way, listing description. Next would be article writing. So if you go here, article writing. Okay, so this pays a lot, and there's so many in demand. There's just so many demand when it comes to content or article writing. You can write everything and anything under the sun. Okay, you need to have any expertise. However, what you have to do is to fact check it and customize it in a way that your client needs it. Okay, or the request of the client. So, for example, okay, your client asks you to write an article regarding let's say let's go to real estate. So let's say, write me a 300-word article regarding, and then you put a colon, how to, let's say, make money in Airbnb. Okay, so if you do that, usually it will produce you a 300-word or even more article. Okay, if you put like 500 word, most of the time it will cut off. Okay, I think it's capable. It's just that since there's just so many users at the moment, before it reach the desired result that you have requested, the server is unable to complete that because of the volume of the traffic that it receives. But again, this works. This definitely works. Okay, so next would be copywriting. So how much can we earn using this one? Okay, so you can make a service or a gig like this, offer copywriting services, even if you don't need a if you only know the basic understanding of copywriting. So what, for you to take advantage of ChatGPT when it comes to copywriting, okay, depends on their client request, but the key in copywriting is like, knowing what stage the client is at when it comes to selling their product or service. It's like you're entering a conversation that's already happening in the client's mind. So for example, you can write here, write me let's say 100-word sales copy for my newly launched let's say AI or SEO tool. Okay, you can produce that. It will produce your results. It's just that there's just so many requests at the moment. Okay, so yeah, you can definitely do that. And then second to the last would be um YouTube script. Now I tell you, this is in demand. So for example, I will write you a professional YouTube script. I will be your professional YouTube script writer, world-class YouTube script. So how this works is you can offer a service because there's so many YouTubers that are looking for a person that can write them a script. Okay, it's like a paragraph or a content that they will be talking about related to their video. You can make that gig. You can use ChatGPT to your advantage, and you can create that. So for example, how it goes is, write me a 100-word YouTube script regarding my video, and then the video title and the specifics, you put it in here. Okay, and then that will produce a result for you. All right, so that's for YouTube script writing. And then lastly, if you can, there's so many potential here, but this is just one of the example. You can go to website like JustAnswer.com. However, this you can make a lot of money from here. However, this specifically requires for you to become an expert in something, like you need to have a credential. So for example, if you're a doctor, if you're a software engineer, if you're a mechanic, they will need to verify that. But as long as you have that, no matter what kind of profession you are, you can offer that service here. So how this works is, you go at the bottom of the page, you click become an expert. So you can apply as an expert. You can earn up to $7,000 per month depending on the number of answers or questions that you will be answering. So you can do this very flexible. You can work as much or as little as you want. So no matter what your service is, or no matter what kind of expert you are, you can offer your service here. So let's say you're a mechanic, and then there's a question about something really mechanically related. You can answer that. Now if you reach like something that is too complex to explain, if you run out of words to explain, even though you already have the knowledge of it, you can use ChatGPT. You can extrapolate from what you know, or you can just literally copy the copy the question that the clients here in JustAnswer ask. You can go here, paste it here, and you can get the answer here. If you're not satisfied with the initial result, you can just click try again. Again, since you're the expert, you'll be the one who will need to fact check, making sure that everything is accurate based on the result of ChatGPT. It still boils down under, at the end of the day, you will need to be the one to regulate the result. Okay? So that's it for Just Answers, and you can earn a lot from here. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I would appreciate if you can hit the